Hello and welcome to another playthrough of ATS. We are going to do some action at Carentan. Um, action at Carentan. Now this is a basic game too, and it's trying to find it is a little difficult. And I like the scenarios in it. There's 4 scenarios. They're pretty basic when it comes down to it. And I played one scenario already. I enjoyed it. The maps, as you can see, this is a whole map. The units are generally a small amount of units with what we have right here. And in this case, this is called Cabbage Patch Stand. Now, I did see Stu from Vassling with Stu, or it's Advanced Squad Leader Tactical Tour. He did the ASL version of this scenario. So it's kind of interesting to see the differences. And so I'm really interested in see how that works. So this is scenario number 2. This is the Cabbage Patch Stand. And this is along the causeway to Carentan, France, 6 June 1944. The afternoon battle along the causeway wore the obvious signs that American troops were tired coming to the fore. Following a truce that cleared casualties from the field, German intentions became obvious. The enemy meant to either drive the 502nd Parachute Regiment back across the causeway or destroy the 2 battalions holding the ground around a local farm. Hence the Cabbage Patch, and I'll point it out here in a minute. The afternoon was a period of grim holding as Germans' fire intensified. The BRRPP, the burp of the machine pistols, was heard coming ever closer, but the hedgerow terrain concealed the approaching enemy. German troops crouched along the hedgerows, coming onto American positions at a crossroads with rifle and machine gun fire. The 35 men from the 1st Battalion had to fall back in a hurry, but the entire unit did not fall back. Several men head out, creating a small defensive island on the extreme right, holding on throughout the day. For hours, the enemy pressed through the orchards and hedgerows. Company C and what remained of Company A held their ground in the Cabbage Patch for more than 6 hours, taking losses but maintaining their cohesion and holding off the enemy attack. Now, it's not the whole map. It is not the scenario. So I only have till 22. Hex, this is 22. So right in here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this dice tower here, because that'll kind of cut off where the map goes, and I'll play around with it a little bit more here. Couple of victory conditions. The Americans win the game at the end of the game, so we're going to go full game. If they have any combat effective squad or reduced squad personnel units in or adjacent to Hex 09. Now, think of a matter, this is actually this way. So it starts 1 and goes down this way, starts A here and goes to Y here. 09 is right here. It's just north of the Cabbage Patch. Yeah, just north of the Cabbage Patch. So if you have anybody hanging out or adjacent to around here, you're going to be fine. So the troops I actually have stationed here, because the U.S. set up first, was a half squad, a 657 half squad that is marked as Courage, as you can see. They are marked as Courage. And they have a 1917 machine gun, an 8 power, 14 range machine gun. There's also a, I want to say thumper gunner, but that's not the right term. BAR gunner, sorry, and that's Sergeant Cloth. So we have Sergeant Cloth here, the BAR. One last thing. Speaking of Vassling with Stu, again, thank you for the wonderful dice tower. He did get that for me. So this will be simulcast on both my personal YouTube channel, which is Tony's Board Life, as well as the ATSFE channel. So that way we kind of get some crossover on this. So you can find it on both channels. Now, back to it. So that's where I sit up there. And then I have also, we have a total of 4 859 squads, 1 half squad, 1 118 and 1 117 for the Americans, 1 BAR gunner, 1 M1919 LMG, and another bazooka. And that's all here, and they're going to come on here. I kind of have them split up here. So I have the half squads carrying the bazooka, and then I have a full squad with the LMG, and then the 117. So I have Sergeant Quinn in this case. Sergeant Quinn. Sergeant Quinn's going to be leading this group right here. And then the other one I just have Captain Rubin and 2 full squads with another M1919, because we got 2. So we have basically two units being led. What my goal is, so we have the, sorry, need to get back to this one, or victory conditions if I have greater than or equal to 4 buildings around D12. D12's right here. So basically, any of these buildings right down here. And I see that there is a glare on that part. So we will fix that. There we go. So any around here. So that's kind of that. As I zoom in and stuff like that, we'll go through it. So those are victory conditions. These two, so I'm going to have one come down here to support these guys, and one group's going to come over here. As Americans, there are no other reinforcements or anything like that. Now, the Germans have a little bit less, but they do have some reinforcements, possibility of reinforcements. So they will get them, but whether they come in on turn 6 or turn 7, that's a different story altogether. I'll move this up just a little bit, I think. They started with 4 657s, and these are the forward elements of the 6th Fallschirmjäger Regiment and local armor. So we have 4 full squads, crew with the MG34 medium machine gun and an MG42 light machine gun. And then 2 117s. So we have Sergeant Brost and Sergeant Gelb, which is right there. Now, I've got them set up, so this group right here is hopefully going to be attacking, getting into here, and this group right here is going to kind of defend here. I do have the MMG. I have it face this way because these guys are coming this way, so we'll see how it works out. With the MMG, I can always do the covered arc as I need at the beginning or end, or when they get activated. But I think having a guy here, because this is 1 building, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 buildings here. So we'll see how this works out with that. Now, spotting is average. Once per turn, starting on turn 2, the German player may roll the dice for variable reinforcements on the entry of one of the 2 portions of his reinforcements. On one die roll, or on a die roll less than the current turn number, he must immediately enter group number 1 or number 2, entering on certain hexes. The German player may keep rolling for reinforcements until both groups have entered play. The 657 is marked with courage, like I said on that one. So those are really the only special rules on that one. And so I have I have 1 full squad with the LMG here, and 1 full squad. So 2 full squads plus the LMG on this one, and this one is just 2 full squads. And so we'll have to see how this goes. This MMG doesn't really have to choose a line, but he can hear things coming from this way. So he is going to set up his covered arc this way. He does have a rate of fire of 2. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition the camera, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So in this case, the Germans actually move first in this case. So we'll see how this goes and go from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Now, in this case, I would usually, so we have indirect fire, which there isn't any. And so we just move into the fire movement phase. Usually you roll a die for initiative. But in this case, the Germans will move first on this case. So we're going to start with them. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and activate this guy right here. We have 7 turns, so we do have a few turns to get in. Now this guy does have arc here. And so if we take it along here, so if we kind of go out here, so this is where we really don't want to go. I think what we're going to do as the Germans is we're going to actually kind of motor along here. Behind the hedgerows here. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I can start up to 12. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start a little bit closer. They can't see me because of the hedgerows. They are blocking in this case. They wouldn't be blocking if I was right there. But in this case, it goes, yeah, it can't see through that. So in this case, this guy is, we just moved him up into a 12. I did put that in a 12. Yep, that's in a 12. Okay, because they could set up in 12, and I feel like this is the better way to go. So we're going to get 5 movement points because it's stacked with a leader. Crossing this is going to be +1, so that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, one of the downsides with the bazooka is it's not good against personnel. But he has moved. So we're just going to grab a move marker here. And then I like to put it where they came from. So he moved there into there. So that activation's done. So now, with this, the activation, too many hedgerows to cross there. So he really can't fire right now. But we are going to take our captain. I think we're going to take the smaller group here that has the LMG in 2 full squads. We're going to take them and run them down the line here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're stopped at the bridge there. Now, this could not see because of this hedgerow here, because he's not in the hedgerow. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he technically could, the range is there. Just this hedgerow is blocking him from seeing. So that's that one. Let me grab the marker here to show that these guys came in. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Sergeant Brost. He is going to get moving through here. Now again, Sergeant Brost. I got the main battlefield up there. So he started here. So orchards don't cost anything extra. What I think we're going to end up doing is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to go 4 and set him up right here. And yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he could assault fire the LMG. That would be a 2.5 down to a 2. I think we're going to be okay here. So we're going to go ahead and mark him as moved. And now the other thing is that this other guy that's on the edge here, he's going to get, again, 5 movement points, and he is going to move in here. And then, call it that. No problem. This machine gun can't do anything. This has too many spots. So he can't really fire, and he's wanting to keep there. This is like he's going to keep going there. So we definitely need to get these guys because we're hearing stuff over here. So I need to check something real quick. So one thing that you always should do when you get a game is go through the specific terrain. So in this case, Normandy terrain. And they talk about hexsides here, or hedges here. And in this case, these hedges are blocking because these are like the taller hedges. So they actually are blocking. Unless, again, it is right in the hex adjacent to. So this guy could fire out. This guy could fire in, but it'd be a good terrain. So it's blocking unless you're in the hex side. So if this guy was placed back here, and this guy tried to fire through here, it wouldn't be any good. Or if this guy, so this case, I think, yeah, this would be blocking as well. But this guy's right here. So this guy could technically fire on him. He would be a 2. Drop down to 1 because he's got a bazooka. So the Germans pass. 2, drop down to 1. Why not? We'll see what happens. So we're firing on the 1. And on the 1, you have good cover. So it's going to be +1 on the D10. No, +1. Yep, +1. +1 on the D10. 2. +1 is a 3. Oh, that's a C1. So that actually worked out pretty well. So C1. Okay, so this guy is fired. Put that there. And I need a casualty. So we'll put it on this one. Leader first. So, so that, by the way, that's the American die. This is the German die. So we're going to need to do a morale check. So I'll need a 6 or less. And got a 4, so the leader's fine. So he'll be able to add 1. So 7, 3, he's fine. And this guy will be a 6, 5, 6, 7. 7 or less. You got a 5, so he's okay. But this guy did take a casualty. Oh, he assault moved as well. Yeah. Well, he moved. Okay. Okay. So, yep. So he fired. Let's see. I think that's going to be it. This guy can't see through anything. That's too many. These guys can't see through anything. So that's honestly the end of turn 1. Oh, yeah, we do have an infiltration phase. So that's the end of the movement phase. So infiltration, so we can actually just, what I'll do is so we can infiltrate if we want to. This guy is definitely going to infiltrate here. So he's done. Oh, I do need to roll for that, though. See who goes first. Hold on. See who goes first. Infiltration phase. And 7-2 looks like, I think it is Germans go first. Low ones. Oh, so it's the Americans that go first. Basically, we're going to take this guy. We're going to bring him in here. So that's one. Then the Germans are going to move in here with this one. This guy is going to actually go ahead and back up into 09. Because he does not want to fight. It's not going to be a good thing if he tries to fight that one. American turn. This guy is going to go here. This guy likes where he's at, so he is not going to move because these guys are open. So he's hoping, the German's hoping they get first, so he's fine. And this guy is not going to move either. He's fine. Okay. So that's that. So now we have the end of turn phase. The end is remove marker, remove melee, overrun, or ceasefire. We haven't done anything. No flares. Check for intimidation. Nope. Remove arrows, which I did that as I did that. No smoke, no FFE, fog of war. Nope. Roll for unjammed. That's optional. All of the markers remain. And it's a rally phase. Nobody actually is broken, so we don't need to do any rallies. So that is the end of turn 1. And we are now moving on to turn 2. Okay, with that, I'll talk to everybody later.